Hello, welcome back to my Star Wars collection, and this time we're going to be going through some little oddballs that I've put together in a information pack here. Um, Things that I've collected, pictures and texts, and the prints as well from the tin that we saw in an earlier episode. And then in the next episode, I'm going to complete the VHS set of the special editions. So starting off with this little souvenir guide. Now, this is something that I was told because I purchased this one off eBay again, which is where I think I get all my Star Wars material from now. But I was told this one came from a convention and it wasn't actually sold in the stores, so it's actually quite a rare piece. It's the 20th anniversary commemorative souvenir, and it came out in 1997. So when the special editions came out, obviously they had conventions, and if you went to one or Comic Con, you could probably purchase this. It does have a £5 at the back, but it's a cinema tie-in. So when the films came out in the cinema, this was there, and inside actually it goes through the making of Star Wars. There's some Darth Vader concept art there that hadn't been seen at the time, and a behind the scenes of the first Star Wars film, and it talks. I mean, it talks about the trilogy as well, but obviously concentrating on the first one and the music and the impact it had in at the time that it came out, and then it sort of goes like, well, what are they doing now? And there's Mark Hamill there, where looking like some sort of Cuban, uh, you know. Anyway, playing the Joker, of course, and it's really nice. It also touches upon obviously all aspects of Star Wars, so the music, the special effects, the computer animation, how they did everything, but also it goes over the special editions and the difference between the special editions and the originals. That's actually quite a nice segment because you actually get to see all the work they did. It's almost like a making of feature with the text, and it shows you the process of how they actually created this new sort of look to Star Wars, which wasn't just a cosmetic makeover, but it was actually inserting scenes that they had previously shot into the negative, and making models to go with it. And I mean, it was really testing ground for what would become Episode One later on. But it also gives you a sort of look out guide of what to look for in the special editions. And I mean, it goes through a whole lot more. It goes through the books, the toys, the art. There's a lot of nice pictures on here. I mean, I highly recommend you. I mean, I paid £15 for this, but I highly recommend you picking this up because it is really nice as a sort of if you're a fan or a lover of Star Wars. It is really nice. The second one came free with the Empire magazine back again in 1997. I forget which edition now. It's down on my shelving, but it's this Empire Star Wars: The Legend, 1977 to 1997. Now, it is very similar to the souvenir guide in the fact that it covers the making of the film, concentrating more on the first film than the trilogy. But it shows you the making of the film, talks to you, has interviews with a lot of the people. These interviews were most likely lifted from featurettes or TV specials of the time, or even done by Empire themselves. But it covers the books, the toys, again, poster art. It's kind of a watered down version of the souvenir guide one, but obviously this was given free to the public, whereas you have to go to a convention or purchase this, I believe, at the cinema at the time. So it's kind of well, this is what you get if you hadn't gone. Plus, also, it's got this really nice, cool Rebel Assault 2 for the PlayStation, which, judging by these pictures, I would actually play now because it looks really cool. It looks awesome, but you know, I don't know. Is that Scott Bakula there screaming away? I don't know. Anyway, the last thing I want to show you real quick is just something that I've actually put together through the 6 films. Starts with episode 1. The text has just been printed from Wikipedia, and it's basically like a little dictionary guide too. So, as I say, the print that I have has come from Wikipedia. So it starts with episode 1, and I've just basically any pictures that I've collected over the years in magazines, where I've had duplicates that have obviously, if I've only got one of, I haven't ripped that out. But duplicates, so you've got a nice one of Queen Amidala there, one of Warwick, hello Warwick, and from the set of episode 1, a nice picture there, and of Darth Maul. And Jake there, hello Jake, he's even looking annoyed with himself, and one of Terence there as Valorum, some character, I can't remember his name now, I'm sorry Terence. And episode 2, not many pictures I'm afraid, in fact none. And then a nice print there of the poster. This is actually a reprint of the poster for episode 3, which I think is just amazing really. And then you've got the text for it. And then finally, episode 4. Now these are them prints that came in that box set tin that we talked about in a different episode. This is them prints. So that's from the Star Wars one, which just take it out there and have a look. There's nothing on the back of that. And then you've got the text for the Star Wars film. Then you've got the print there for episode 5 and Empire Strikes Back. And then you've got the print here for episode 4, which I think should have gone previously. I think a bit of a continuity error here. That's for the special edition. And there's something cool on the backs of them, which I'll show you on the next one. There's the 35mm. Now, so these were 35mm reprints on cardboard here from the original film. So this is the matte painting. This is the actual matte painting, or obviously a reproduction on card of it from The Empire Strikes Back. There's nothing on the back there though, but on here. So they would have painted this on glass. It would have been a big frame, probably 6 foot by 2 foot frame, and all this would have been painted on glass, and then you would have had, this would have been optically stitched into the film, as it were, with the scene of the bounty hunter with Han Solo and Carbonate over. And there were some instances where there are cutouts, where there's black blobs on the painting. I'll show you that when we get to it. So there's The Empire Strikes Back. Now this is the back that I was talking about. So it's got the crawl information, the text, some pictures, and then the release dates of the cinema. And for more information, please contact the Empire Strikes Back press office, and a phone number which Geraldine Maloney should be answering. And you've got Return of the Jedi there. So on this print here, you would have had here the blank space here now, where the print would have, there'd be nothing there. The glass would be barren, and the print would be behind, and each frame would be logged in. And then when you play back, you have the movie. And if you go back to the original VHSs and the original Laserdiscs, you would actually see a color difference between what would be inserted here and the rest of it. On the Blu-rays, they actually went back on the 2004 DVDs, and they actually redid these matte paintings and digitally did them. So there's Return of the Jedi and Jabba's Palace for that one. And just real quickly, there's 2 more there, one for the Ewok village and one for the Rebels base, and when the Emperor got the shaft down the shaft. So that's them. Next episode, VHS, and leave me comments below. I'd love to hear back from you and how am I doing, any comments, any feedback, let me know. Take care, bye bye.